Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguDineo and on this channel siyafunde incwadi ebhalwe ngolimi lwethu lwesiZulu bese siza la sokhuluma ngazo le incwadi esifundile. Senzela laba phela basuke bengenathi isikhathi sokuthi bayifunde incwadi nalabo basuke benqina nje ukufunda. Siyaphinda futhi sibuke ama reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama shows, senza ama reviews ama recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma nga any other issues avukayo mangabe lama shows sesiwabukile ku TV. Uma ngabe uqala ujoina namhlanje and you happen to like our content, do not forget to press the subscribe button la ngezansi bese uyaphinda futhi upressa i-notification bell eduze kuka-subscribe ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakele. Kanjalo uma ufuna ukuba member, there's a join button. If ufuna ukubonga i-channel ngemali, there is a thanks button. Both the buttons, you follow the instructions, it's very easy to do. Anyway, you guys, today I want to talk a little bit. It's not really a review, but I do want to talk about that interview that Mihlali did with Dineo and Sol. You guys, did you watch the interview? Did you watch the interview, guys? I was interested in that interview, one, because I am interested in what Mihlali has to say, you know, because Pela, we've been following her engakhulumi as such with the whole situation. Your boyfriend, I guess we can officially call him her boyfriend. But also I was interested just to see how Dineo and Sol are now doing, following the whole thing where people were saying she's not really giving Sol any opportunity to speak and all of that, and Sol had to raise his hand and all of that. So I'm still interested into watching more interviews to see how they do moving forward. So that was those were the two reasons why I watched the interview, you guys. Number one, great interview, guys. It is really a great interview. I think we just have to give her that. But I had done that video, you guys, where I talked about that whole thing at Dineo and Sol, where my stance on the situation was that I do not feel that we necessarily have to blame Dineo for how Sol is doing on that show. You know, I really felt like that. I feel like everything is falling on Dineo on how they are not having that chemistry that Sol has with Lukuzana Umakji. And my belief really was that even if we complain about Dineo, nothing is going to change, because I feel like that's how Dineo is, that's how her personality is. If family I can deal with the same situation when it comes to her, where they are trying to speak and she won't let them speak. We have watched their show for 6 seasons now. And I really was convinced that she was just not going to change that when it comes to the show, because I felt like that's who she is, because that's all that I had seen of her, you guys. I have to say, guys, she has surprised me. She really has surprised me, because I really feel like she has adjusted. If you watch that interview, Mihlali, she has adjusted, you guys. And which is great, because really it honestly means that she listened, she's reading the comments about, she listens. And like Sol said, guys, because Sol did say when he was making a comment on the podcast that one thing that people need to understand is that all of them want the show to work. So Dineo wants the show to work, Sol wants the show to work, the station wants the show to work. So they will do whatever they need to do to make sure that it works and that people really enjoy it, you know. And honestly, he had a good point there, because I didn't feel like Dineo was going to make any effort to change the way that they interact with each other. But I feel like she has done it. When you watch Mihlali, I think those that haven't watched it, go and watch it. There is an adjustment there in how many chances she gives to Sol to speak up and to ask the questions. She is still the main host, and she still gives that energy that she is the main host. But I don't know, you guys, I feel like she has adjusted. I feel like with the interview Mihlali, she gave Usol ama chances na ukuthi akhulume. She gave Usol ama chances ukuthi abuze ama questions. Were the questions good that Usol asked? I really feel like at this point it's really up to Sol. If people are not happy with the questions that Usol is asking, then that it's up to Sol. We really cannot blame Dineo for that. Also, I think another thing that's happening, you guys, is that we are expecting the same energy kwilokhuzana kwi-show yes yakwikhaya as we get kwi-podcasts, you know, but we're not understanding that Dineo no Magji are two different people. With podcast, I find Sol to be very relaxed. I find him to be very smart and very quick with the jokes and all of that. He's always the one that really makes everybody laugh, you know, on the show. But it's becoming clear now is that it's because the energy between him and there is that chemistry between him and Magji. So the chemistry between him and Magji is different from the chemistry between Dineo and him, and that's why in that environment he seems to be more comfortable, you guys. Honestly, for me, I do feel like Usol is more fitting for the podcast than he is fitting for that show on Kaya. But I do understand as well that with the Kaya, maybe he probably is making more money. So he probably wants that to work even more than he wants the podcast to work. Also, a podcast, Magji, is not his. He's just there working for Magji in the way that I understand it. So he probably wants to do his own thing outside of the podcast as well. But I do feel like it still feels like he fits better in the podcast. So he still has to get more comfortable, you guys. But I also don't understand why us as the viewers are willing to give Usol into yoguti. He needs time, you know, he needs time to adjust and get used to being on that show and whatever. When Dineo just came in and took the show and made it her own from the first day, I don't know, you guys. Anyway, that's how we are, Velek and as a society. We seem to give Amadoda more chances when it comes to just life in general. You know, I mean, I think they've done enough interviews now for him to be comfortable now, and we shouldn't even be having conversations about him not getting chances and all that, but here we are having those conversations. But anyway, you guys, I think that I was happy to see it. I was surprised to see that Dineo has calmed down, she has adjusted. I hope she doesn't go back, but I hope Kutinai, she doesn't feel like now she can't be herself because she has to do it for Sol to adjust. I hope that she's still comfortable and feeling like she's being herself, even though she has calmed down a bit and also adjusted the way that she does the interview to give Sol more chances. But also then we get to Mihlali. You guys, we all know there's a petition, a sign. Hey guys, yeah, well, South Africa is like a comedy show, like full-time comedy show. So kune petition kuthiwa into ithi i-petition iqalwe uMusakhawula eyokuthi uMihlali must ama-brands must stop working with uMihlali because of her relationship with uLokhuzana uLeroy Sidam. Guys, listen, since the petition has come out, I've been trying to connect the two. To connect the two, because guys, I'm like, I don't think what Mihlali did was right. Okay, this is just me having an opinion. I don't think that it was right, but I also don't think how we move that from her personal life now to saying that she must lose brands, you know, lose your job because your personal relationships are not showing, you know, we are not happy with who you're dating, so let you lose jobs. I just can't connect it for myself, and I'm wondering that you know, the reasons that people are using to sign that petition. Why are we saying that this black woman now must lose ama brand deals because of who she's joining with? For me, it doesn't add up. But anyway, her comments on the interview, she said that it hasn't affected her relationship with the brands. She has had her conversations with them around the issue. They seem to be happy. They don't feel like she has done anything that can affect a relationship with the brands. So it seems like so far the brands are standing with her, unless there's information that has come out that I'm not aware of, you guys. Honestly, I'm not wishing that for her. I'm just not wishing that for her. I don't feel like it's fair. I don't feel like it has anything to do with her private life. No. Why? You know, Why must I lose my job now because I'm jolling outside work hours? I just don't see it, you guys. And also, where is the petition for Leroy to lose the business deals and all of that? Where is that petition, guys? Can we see that petition? Maybe that one I will consider signing, but even that one I'll have to be convinced that the way that he is handling his relationship is going to affect the way that he handles business. But why is there no petition for Lokuzana, for Leroy? Because he's the one that, if there was cheating, he's the one that cheated on his wife. So where's that petition? Why is the petition only for Mihlali? I don't know. It's not convincing for me to even consider signing Lokuzana petition. I hope that she doesn't lose a single brand. I hope she doesn't lose a single brand deal. Anyway, you guys, there were reports yesterday that Mary Jane has gone to some sort of a mental institution or hospital to take care of her mental health. I don't know how true that is, but if she did, you guys, I wouldn't be surprised, number one, that she is affected, because that this has been too much. But also I will commend her for realizing that she needs that help and go and seek the help, because that's what you do if you're in a situation where you feel like you cannot handle. Other people are feeling like she's just using this she's just milking this whole situation because she just wants people to feel sorry for her. At this point, guys, asisazi thina ukuthi yini iqiniso yini okungelona iqiniso. Simile njena siyabuka as ama spectators bese siyahleba nje ngazo zonke lezi ngazo lezi zinto. But if she is at some type of institution, we know by now, you guys, ukuthi asisalokhuza samangala now. If one day I wake up and I'm doing a video in a mental institution, I'm like, guys, I'm in this hospital, I felt like it was all overwhelming and I'm here for help. That's what we're gonna do. We don't act like it's a big deal now. When you need help, guys, even for you guys, if you feel like you need help and you can get yourself in some type of an institution or whatever where you can get help, go. You can watch YouTube there because your mental health is more important. But anyway, you guys, the thing about Mihlali is like she's just not bothered. Uvela be innocent and like nothing is happening. No, we're working here, we're making money. Mihlali is like that. The world could be ending around her. She'll be like, yeah, no, it's okay. We're fine over here. And I think you're not the dinner layer. Guys, Mihlali is not bothered at all. Can we just talk about that she's just not bothered? Like, the world is bothered, but she's just not bothered at all. Akanandaba kathintekile inhlobo lapho muhle futhi nomuntu wakho uyacinga umuntu omuhle enza into ebhedayo manje enidinayo, kodwa manje avela abe muhle kakhulu ke that time. Anyway, you guys, yeah, that's all that I wanted to talk about, you guys. I want to hear in the comment section what you think about this whole thing. What do you think about the interaction Sol and Dineo? Do you feel like there's been some changes between the two of them in the way that they interact with their guest? Also with Mihlali, what do you think about her just not being bothered? Not being bothered. And by the way, guys, I ain't signing no petition for nobody to lose their job. I don't want one day I don't want people to be signing a petition to lose my job too. That I ain't putting that on my karma. We're not gonna do that. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Kakul.